Welcome back to Tax to You, the practical tax channel where we answer all of your tax related questions. Today I'll be giving you 10 allowable expense categories for construction industry workers working under CIS. Before we get into it though, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more helpful tax content. Submit your questions in the comments below and we'll get them answered either in the form of a reply or possibly a dedicated video just like this one. Check out our website using the link below because although our aim is always to educate our clients as much as possible and share this information, we do understand that tax can be confusing, stressful and time consuming, and that's where we can step in and help. Just check out the thousands of reviews from our clients on Trustpilot. Now, if you are a self-employed subcontractor working under the construction industry scheme, or CIS for short, understanding what expenses you can claim is crucial to reducing your tax bill and maximising your profits. Many CIS workers end up overpaying tax simply because they are unaware of the legitimate business expenses they're entitled to claim. To claim an expense as tax deductible, it must meet HMRC's criteria of being wholly, exclusively and necessarily for business purposes. Let's look at some common examples that would qualify. The purchase or hiring of tools and machinery for use in the business is a common allowable expense. These costs are fully deductible. Repair and maintenance costs to keep that equipment running is also allowable. So if your cement mixer breaks down, the cost of repairing it and getting it back up and running again can be claimed. Safety gear and protective clothing, items like steel toe cap boots, high-vis vests, helmets and gloves are essential for site work and qualify as deductible expenses. Building materials, purchasing bricks, cement, timber or plasterboard for a project, all very common and all allowable expenses. Consumables like nails, screws and adhesives, these are small items that are regularly used up during construction work. Travel costs to a temporary workplace can also be claimed. If you travel to different construction sites, you can claim the mileage or the fuel cost. Vehicle insurance for the van, truck or car that you use in the business. Repairs, servicing, road tax and generally keeping your vehicle in good working order. Parking fees and toll charges paid while attending a construction site or a meeting with a client. Now, for CIS subcontractors, tracking vehicle costs can be complicated. Fortunately, HMRC offer a simplified expense scheme for vehicle costs, making it easier to calculate and claim deductions without needing to keep detailed records. If you use your vehicle for business purposes, then you can claim a flat rate for vehicle expenses based on the number of miles driven on behalf of the business. If you're driving a car or van, it's 45 pence per mile for the first 10,000 miles. And then 25 pence for each additional mile. This eliminates the need to track individual costs for fuel, insurance, repairs and servicing. If you use your vehicle for both personal and business purposes, then you can only claim for the business miles driven. If you manage your business from home, then you can claim a portion of the rent or mortgage interest if you have a dedicated workspace for handling invoices and preparing paperwork. Utility bills such as electricity, gas and water. This is usually based on the percentage of your overall space that you're using for business purposes. Internet and phone bills, calls made to suppliers or clients, and internet usage for business related tasks. Again, for CIS subcontractors, tracking home office expenditure can be complicated and time consuming, so HMRC also offer a simplified expense scheme for home office, making it easier to calculate and claim deductions without needing to keep detailed records. Under the simplified expenses scheme, if you work from home, you can claim a flat rate for home office expenditure based on the number of hours that you work from home each month. This removes the need to calculate exact costs for rent, utilities and internet usage. Those working 25 to 50 hours from home can claim £10 per month. For 51 to 100 hours worked per month, it would be £18, and 101 hours or more worked from home in the month allows you to claim £26 per month. This approach is straightforward and ensures you're not overclaiming your home office expenditure. However, if you have a dedicated office space and you can prove the actual costs of rent, utilities, etc., you can choose to claim based on the actual expenditure instead of using that flat rate. Accountancy or bookkeeper fees for managing your CIS deductions and filing your self-assessment tax return. Remember to visit us at tax2u.co.uk or by using the link below if you would like one of our advisors to complete your tax return on your behalf, taking the stress away and saving you time. Plus, with accountancy fees being an allowable expense, this will reduce the amount of tax that you pay across to HMRC. On top of accountancy and bookkeeping fees, business-related legal advice for handling contracts or disputes with contractors would also be allowable under the category of professional services. Public liability insurance that protects you against claims from third parties for injury or damage caused on site, professional indemnity insurance covering mistakes or errors in your work, and tool insurance which protects against theft or damage to your tools. These would all be allowable expenses for a CIS subcontractor. Health and safety courses required to meet site safety standards, the cost of your CSCS card, which is necessary to prove your skills and qualifications, and any first aid training to meet site regulations and ensure a safe working environment. If you need business cards or flyers to promote your services to potential new clients, any website development and hosting fees for creating an online presence and attracting more clients, business bank account fees for managing business transactions and keeping funds separate, and interest payable on business loans, for example, if you've had to borrow money to invest in tools and equipment. Although this is a tax rather than a traditional expense, you can also reclaim the tax already deducted by the contractor under CIS when you file your self-assessment tax return against your tax liability. This often results in a tax rebate. For help with your self-assessment and claiming your CIS tax refund, visit us using the link below. That is all for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.